The cops arrested Lakshman for brutally killing Shruti at her residence. It was a verbal spat that broke out between the two, which finally ended in murder. But what was the real reason? Let's find out.
The cops who swung into action and investigated the case finally got a breakthrough in the case. They suspected Lakshman, nabbed him and subjected him to interrogation, during which he spilled the beans. Lakshman alias Muruga was a well-known man to the people of Maiko layout, as he ran a dosa camp of his own on Tavirekere main road. People came in large numbers to eat at his cart. This was the only way through which he earned his livelihood. Lakshman was married and was blessed with 2 children. Lakshman had a regular customer by name Murthy, who visited his shop every single day. The duo soon became friends. Murthy regularly visited Lakshman along with Shruti at his dosa camp. As days passed, Lakshman started to like Shruti. Very soon he fell in love with her. He always dreamt of living his life with Shruti and hence pestered Murthy for details about Shruti. He also took a mobile number from Murthy and called her regularly. The duo spoke to each other for hours almost every day. Their friendship soon blossomed into love. After this, Lakshman regularly went to Shruti's place and spent time with her. Whenever he went to meet Shruti, he gave her 500 rupees. As days passed, Shruti came to know that Lakshman earned in thousands every day. She took advantage of their relationship and started demanding more money from him. Once, she demanded 20,000 rupees from Lakshman and told him that she wanted the money to pay the rent. But Lakshman kept telling her that he would pay the money soon and continued his illicit relationship with Shruti. Lakshman did not want to give more than 500 rupees to Shruti. As days passed, Shruti was fed up of asking for money. After reaching the saturation point, Shruti came to know that she was not getting what she wanted. Hence, she hatched a plan, a blackmail plan. Shruti then told Lakshman that she would approach his family and tell them the truth. He feared that he might be caught red-handed by his wife and also feared for his reputation. Hence, Lakshman hatched a counterplan to teach Shruti a lesson. He decided to put an end to her life once and for all and get rid of the problem. The D-Day was fixed as June 30. It was a holiday for Lakshman. It was around 5:30 p.m. when Lakshman left home and went to meet Shruti at her residence. As usual, he spent some time with her discussing life. During this, Shruti pestered him for money again. She blackmailed and threatened him of dire consequences if he refused to give her the demanded amount. After hearing this, Lakshman lost his temper and retaliated. He then went inside the kitchen, took a knife and attacked Shruti with the knife. Shruti was lying on the bed when Lakshman resorted to the ghastly act. He then slit her throat and brutally killed her. Shruti breathed the last in no time. Fearing that he would be caught red-handed by the neighbors, Lakshman then made a plan. He did not know how to dispose the dead body. During this, he spotted a water drum that was kept inside the house. Lakshman then took Shruti's dead body and dumped it inside the drum. He closed the lid and placed a bucket on the drum. He then took the murder weapon, washed it in the running water and placed it back in the kitchen. He then switched off Shruti and his mobile phone and took it along with him. He locked the door and escaped from the spot. On the way back home, Lakshman removed the SIM card from both the mobile phones and disposed them. He also removed his blood-stained shirt and threw it near an apartment in the locality along with Shruti's house keys. He returned home and posed as if nothing had happened. The next day, he started his business as usual. Meanwhile, nobody in the locality came to know about Shruti. As days passed, her body decomposed, due to which a foul smell emanated from the house. This turned out to be a headache for Shruti's neighbors. As soon as cops were informed about the foul smell, the entire incident came to light. The cops, who took up the case seriously, investigated and successfully nabbed Lakshman for killing Shruti in a fit of rage. Shruti, who dreamt of leading an independent life, had left her husband and worked in the housekeeping department in a garment factory. If only she continued her job sincerely, she would have remained alive. Unfortunately, she dreamt of leading a luxurious life in an illicit relationship. Meanwhile, Lakshman, who was already married, fell for Shruti's looks, and even before he could realize the sin he had committed, his hands were tied up. He is now behind bars and is remanded to judicial custody. Shruti's 6-year-old daughter is shocked and devastated with nobody to take care of her. Lakshman's family is now in a state of grief following Lakshman's arrest. Kiran for News 9, Bengaluru.